If you would have asked me a few years ago, Terrell, are we going to be getting live action Witcher series on Netflix? Are we going to be getting animated series on Netflix? Are we going to be building a world of Witcher content on Netflix? I would have called you a liar to your face because I didn't think this would ever happen. And Netflix has come through with their promise to give us more Witcher content. And here we are now with a new animated movie, Witcher Sirens of the Deep, coming to Netflix on February 11 for your viewing pleasure. And oh my God, was this movie definitely worth the watch? Definitely worth the watch. Like I said, I was not expecting this movie at all. I remember them kind of like having like a full slate of like them talking about, hey, this is what's coming out, with everything happening with Henry Cavill, playing Geralt of Rivia in the mainline Witcher series. I kind of thought we were done with it. We had a spinoff that didn't do too well, so I didn't think we were gonna get this. And boy, am I glad we did. The animation is done by Studio MIR. Is written by Ray Benjamin, who was also the staff writer on the series where Henry Cavill and Anya Sharada is, who plays Jennifer. And we just get so many people returning back to the series. It's so nice to see the Witcher series getting so much love. One of the things going into Siren of the Deep that you automatically notice is that we bring in Doug Cockle, who plays Geralt of Rivia in the games, which is where all my knowledge of The Witcher comes from for the most part. The hours that I put into The Witcher 3, with the DLC and the re-release, how many times I've gone back to play this game. I'm thinking about going back to play the game right now as I'm doing this review because of how much I actually enjoyed the story of this movie and how much I actually did enjoy this movie. If you don't know anything about The Witcher, this is the time to jump into it. This is a good entry point. But let me give you a description of this our current plot. Hired to probe seaside village attacks, mutant monster hunter Geralt unravels an age-old conflict between humans and sea people that threatens war between kingdoms. Aided by allies, he must solve the mystery before hostilities escalate. So, your typical Witcher story of let's stop the evil monster from killing human people because witches are paid to do their job. But like I said, the notable thing for this for me was that Doug came back and played Geralt. As soon as I heard his voice, I was already all in on the story. It didn't even matter what the story was. I'm just look. As somebody that put over hundreds of hours into The Witcher, you kind of have a definitive voice for who Geralt of Rivia is. How kind of have like you have your Kevin Conroy to Batman Bruce Wayne. Doug is definitively Geralt of Rivia to me, voice wise. You know what I mean? And he absolutely nails it. This movie goes through the plot of dealing between the war of man and the merpeople. So without saying too much and giving it away, because this movie is a bit of a whodunit, who's the evil person behind the shadows that's manipulating this whole thing, which at 90 minutes is not bad. You know what I mean? This in and out. It feels like it moves very, very well. There was never a moment where I was like, man, I'm bored. It looks really, really good. The animation done by, like I said, Studio MIR. Does an amazing job with the animation for this. Like it just feels like it just fits this so well. Like almost like the animation was made specifically for The Witcher. Like how everybody looks, how everybody stands out, the way the monsters look compared to like the human people, the backgrounds, everything looks really, really good. It has like that kind of darkish, murky look to the world a little bit with The Witcher, which I think they gotten really, really well. The music that is in the background of it feels like you're going through the game, if that makes sense. Some of the music they use, like when you level up and stuff like that, they use in this series, and it just fits so well for Sirens of the Deep. I just fell right into it. There was, like I said, never a point where I feel like I was checking my watch. or like, oh man, this is taking so long. It's the perfect length, and honestly, I wanted more. Like I said, the music, the animation, it just fits this so well. One of the things for the story overall, I would say, is that it feels this particular story feels a bit Little Mermaid, like a little bit Disney here, as far as like, we have one of the characters, the prince, who is in love with uh the princess, who is a mer woman. So we have that story of who's willing to sacrifice what to be with another creature or another person, that there's really no life with. As we see in the Little Mermaid, Ariel makes the big sacrifice, and he gives away her, gives up her home and all her little trash treasures that she's keeping in her cave to be with the prince. I feel like we need to go a little bit deeper on that story, by the way, because I want to see how that relationship turns out. Because nobody's freaked out that this woman used to be a mermaid. Okay, no, whatever. Uh, but I feel like this movie hits everything so well. Like, this is a perfect. I don't want to say side quest because it feels like a main, like not like a main story in like Geralt's normal story, where we're dealing with like the end of the world type situation with Yennefer and Trish and stuff like that. Which, by the way, we do get a little bit of Trish here in this movie, and Jaskier, was played by Joey Beatty, is back again in this movie as well. Does a good job. I wish they would have gotten more of the original cast of the video games for, at least play some of the characters for this movie, but they wound up bringing in, of course, some of the people that play the live action roles, mainly Jaskier and Yennefer for this, which I'm not mad about. Like I think I feel like those voices are interchangeable. I feel like the only one you can't really tamper with is Geralt, because he has a distinctive voice. Like, he has a distinctive voice for that character and the way he looks. When we got him in Soul Calibur, we got my man Doug, and like I said, I'm glad to definitely get him back. And then we just got the announcement of Witcher 4, which I'm assuming is going to be way less Geralt and more Ciri, which that's kind of where the story should go. So I'm not mad about that at all. But yeah, like I said, it's the movie's good. The action is amazing. The action scenes are well animated. I was just entranced the entire time watching Geralt work, take his potions, fight off using this magic. I think they got the movement of the character very well. The sword play was very, very well done in this movie. There's like almost little to no complaints that I really have, other than I really wanted more by the time this was over. Like, I'm hoping you can get rid of the live action series, and then we could just do these going forward. To me personally, this movie is like a 9 out of 10. I would give it 10 out of 10, but like I said, I want more. So and I just wish that there was a little bit more there. I feel like this could have been built up as like a series, if it wasn't like a singular movie, like to kind of build up a little bit more, because I feel like it was a little bit more there between this war between the merpeople and the humans that could have been explored a little bit more. I feel like we could have explored a little bit more of the relationship of Jaskier, like in his hometown here. There's so much more to hit. Like, that's the only reason I can't truly give it a perfect score, is because there's just so much more that I really wanted to hit that I feel like we just didn't have the time for. But they hit all the points. This is clearly not made for kids, but they hit all the points. This was action was good, music was good, feels like you back in the games all over again. Voice acting was good down the board. Animation, everything is, like I said, you're really gonna like this movie. Witcher Sirens of the Deep, like I said, Netflix is killing it. I don't think I have to say it at this point, but you said you was gonna give up that subscription, but I'm glad you didn't, because Netflix is bringing you all the heat. What's an extra dollar for more content that you're actually gonna watch? You know what I mean? So, like I said, this follows up from the Nightmare of the Wolf movie that we had in 2020 2021. It does not follow specifically Geralt of Rivia, but again, I'm glad we're getting more of the Witcher content, and ironically it's coming from Netflix, and this definitely makes me want to go and read the books to kind of get more deep dive into it, because like I said, now I gotta wait for Witcher 4. I'm either going to play Witcher 3 again and put endless hours into Gwent, which, if you ever play Witcher 3, avoid Gwent at all costs, because you're going to get caught up trying to collect cards, and Yeah, but the movie's good. Like I said, I definitely recommend watching Witcher Sirens of the Deep, coming out February 11th on Netflix. Let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments below. I loved it. I want to watch it again. I need Netflix to start dropping more of these Blu-rays or stuff like that for their animated series, because this is definitely worth the buy. And I hope we get to explore more of Geralt in the animated series. But on that note, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time for another review. Thank you. See you.